and have it in your head.
Okay.
Take a deep breath. Hold it. Close your eyes. Slowly exhale. Give me that many words. The number that you picked, give me that many words.
Like you want a complete sentence?
No, I want words. Don't make sense of it, I will.
Random? Fear? Anxious? Clarity? Nausea? Relaxation? Nervousness?
That's good. Keep your eyes closed. I want you to open your eyes, Jennifer or Jamie, when you no longer feel what you just said. Okay? Nothing is random. There's always a divine order of everything that we do, even more so the process of having to go through life. Now, sometimes you'll get a word from church or a stranger. And the danger of knowing that the depiction of what they'll place to you is more so the word that you needed because you asked for it, but it comes forth in the sense of you feeling anxious and nauseated. More so, you're so conflicted with the afflictions of knowing that there's no direction for you to go because you think you're the compass. You have to know that there is so much more than your GPS on your cell phone. He gives you a path that's so strong and everlasting. And even though it might be bumpy, though you may walk, we might fly, we will always get to where we go without having to pass by the reasons why we go through things in life. But isn't it beautiful how sometimes we have to find ourselves in these random places where I have no reason to be here, but I have every reason to be here, to be heard. Could you imagine if your ears were cut off and you had no words, and how I could ever be able to depict a message to you that you could actually release? But even more so, how sarcasm might be a quality, but even more so, the ability to laugh through this bull. Some people don't think about the process of knowing that you should be grateful in the sense of it being so sincere. Don't try, do it. There's a difference between wanting to go to work and having to go to work. There are two. It'd be the get tos and the got tos. I got to be responsible. I got to take accountability, but I get to have means to an end. The beauty of knowing that we are all a brethren to be able to be impregnated by a gift, more so to give. So you've been impregnated by a summoning of something that you have to say, but your nauseated anxiousness gets you dismayed because you have been displaced to a place of knowing that you have to stand in a space unknown. It's so foreign, but sometimes you have to allow yourself to go.
Lord have mercy.
Because we hold on to ourselves for so long, not knowing what happens when we allow ourselves to breathe. We hold our breaths in the moments we have no clarity. We thought I'd forget, but I can speak. It's so beautiful how we allow ourselves to find that troubled mind. Our stomachs will churn. We think we have to let it burn, but it's that we become ashes and we rise again. We rise again in the process of knowing that our nightmares are more so the daymares that we allow to not come to fold, but even more so how we have the audacity to be told, be grateful, but we're so not humbled by the essence of being reminded that we're so busy trying to prove that we already were, but you weren't. Because your mama was just telling you to do what wasn't absurd, but you heard, you're not this, you're not that, you don't even show gratitude for what you had. But it isn't the process of being judged for what you're doing, it's more so be reminded, be processed, be promising in the process, be understanding that you are supposed to do it without even thinking. May all of your hearts be completely engulfed in everything that you do, that you never have to try to love past that pain or what they've done to you. It's more so the purpose of knowing that you serve. All of us serve, whether you serve tables with food and they never look at your eyes, or you serve someone a purpose to know that their own demise has become something within your lives, to know that you had a reason to give them life. You breathe life into those with your pen in your hand, but you hold back. You be like the nurse on the plane who had the way but didn't give it, so they had to go. And sometimes you have to think about the process of knowing that you had what that soul needed and you kept it to yourself. How selfish and conceited is that, to not concede the statement, to know that you got a gift, but you won't even uplift those around you who are so broken, so tired. We've been aspiring to be inspired, but even more so, we are so tired of trying. We should just do it. Be like Nike in the process to understand that all day you dream about something. We shouldn't be so boggled down our minds to think that we too don't need the same pens and pads that you were able to give us, because that same message was just for you. The process of knowing that you can go a whole decade and not do this. How incredible is that?
Wow.
Right? To know that we can actually listen to a name and understand, Brittany, you are so much more valued in the process of knowing that anybody else would be in a room for an hour with you and not remember your name. Ladies. The truth is.
The truth.
The truth is, we are so nervous. We are so anxious because everybody's judging us. We spinning in spotlights, not thinking about his light that shines past everything that we could depict to be beautiful or worthy. Spend so much time in the mirror, but never even looking at our own reflection. It's detected because you are so neglecting yourself to a point that you can't even allow yourself to stand with conviction. Because everybody would listen and take every bit of what you would put into transition to know that that conviction was something so purpose to give anybody else a reason not to be anxious, not to be uneasy, not to lack the clarity to know that their nauseated was the process of knowing that they would finally be able to give birth to life, to no longer have to be boggled down by their own strife, to know that you are not by yourself at night and you dream about things that you don't want to have to go through. When you worry about the children that you might not have yet because you were afraid that what you did in your past wouldn't allow you to get back to that track. You don't even have any idea what it is to know that everything is purpose. This is not random. Nothing is without purpose. This is not random. Your purpose-driven life is only to give you purpose, to know that your purpose drive was the floppy disk you didn't even know how to control, even more so that all control delete, because sometimes you have to be exposed and then wipe the slate clean. Or scratch out on your paper. That's like me scratching out the name on your birth certificate. Don't ever write down words and then try to erase them. There's no reason why you would not want to give your gift, because as good as it felt to be given it, it's your purpose. Oh, she's so nervous.
Hey.